I've talked about this a lot before, and I want to emphasize it with my own story also from today, because that is a very ideal approach to bringing the positivity, the positive energy to this moment of misbehavior. When our tendency, and I get this because I have been there and I'm still there sometimes, is to be like, you're being ungrateful, you're complaining, you're not doing what you should do, right? You're not behaving in the way you should behave. In a way, that is a form of our own parental immaturity because we're requiring or asking our child to be the mature one, right? In this situation, rather than saying, what can I do to be more mature in this situation? Recognizing some need wasn't being met. So she needed to feel more connection. She needed to feel more love. She needed to feel more understanding. And that's what then resolves the issue. I had a very similar situation today. Again, all the kids were out here playing. I heard my 8-year-old out there in her whiny voice saying, I'm bored. Let's go to the beach. And they already went to the beach today, right? So that's not happening again. I'm so bored. So I just said, Sanji, come in here, please. She came in.
Was she moping?
Yeah, when she's in this,
She does
the,
these
it's
faces.
the one where she's literally bent half over and she walks like this. So she's bent at the waist.
Just
Walking
comes in with a long face, like
like
I'm barely alive because things are so bad.
something like that. She comes in like that, but I already know, right? I know this scenario. I didn't get after her. I didn't correct her. All I said was, come sit on my lap. She sat on my lap. I put my arms around her and I literally sit and breathe with her. Just, I'm sitting there holding her, breathing. Now, what's happening biologically is I'm co regulating with her. She's got this little worked up nervous system by her sitting on my lap and me holding and breathing with her. And I do that for like 3, 4, 5 breaths. It is co regulating her emotional system. Then I ask questions. What's wrong? What's the matter? I'm bored. Well, okay. There's a lot of ways to answer that, but I really knew that wasn't the issue. So I just waited. And then, of course, she brings up the real issue. I'm going to win this game because blah, 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 whatever. And I'm like, so you feel because you're not going to win that you don't really want to play because there's not a chance. And what's the point? Yeah, exactly. That's it. And then I said, well, you have 2 options. You can go play the game with your friends just to be with them, or you can go do something else. I said, maybe you need to go get a snack. Maybe you should go get a drink of water. Maybe you should go do something else you want. And then I love this because, again, we've been teaching our children. She said, yeah, I think I need a snack. I said, oh, that's it. You're hangry. And then this was so funny. She's like, no, And she was trying to think of a word that was a combination of hungry and grumpy. And so then we turned that into a game of like, you're grangry. And finally we came up with humpy. Like, you're humpy. You're hungry and grumpy at the same time. And she loved that. So she went up, she went and got a snack. Problem solved. Went back and played with everyone and did the thing. So that's the example here, another model of bringing positivity to the situation and modeling and narrating how to process what's going on. Because whenever our children, again, we've taught this, like, I feel like we beat this like a dead horse. Whenever our children are misbehaving, it is simply a symptom of some other problem, whether that's hangry or humpy, whether that's not feeling loved and disconnected and needing more time with you, whether that's wanting attention from your sibling, whether that's like whatever it is, the misbehavior is just a sign. It's a symptom. But if we go in like our tendency, our temptation to correct the thing that's happening, we don't actually correct the thing that's happening. We just contribute to more of it. Like instead of saying, oh, you're so ungrateful, it's like, oh, you need a hug. That goes to the root of the problem. And that is what then solves the problem that we actually want solved, right? We want them to stop doing the annoying thing. But if we go to the root, that's what then stops them from doing the annoying thing.